Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode on the SwashBuckleCraft server. So as you may notice here, I'm kinda dressed for battle. What reason would I have for that? Is the base under attack? Well, aside from one drown that has decided it's a perfect opportunity to go swimming in my pool, no. Have I been challenged to a fight to the death by a random monkey wielding a flamethrower and blowtorch, perhaps? Nope, not that either. So what is it? Why must I go into combat this morning? Well, the reason is I need to defeat St. Patrick. Or at least a zombified equivalent of St. Patrick that is our boss fight for the month of March. So, let's get to it. Leaving will cause the boss to despawn. Good to know. You can only fight the boss once a day. Alright then. Step here to summon this month's boss fight. I don't know, should I? So, I did try this once before and died immediately, but oh well, I wasn't really paying attention. That's my excuse. And I was wearing an elytra, so I didn't have the full armor. But I do know that the boss has some minions. So I'm just going to start by trying to shield, and we'll see how it goes. Gear I would recommend for this, go and grab a, what is it, Grand Elder Shield something? I'll have to look up what it's called. I think it's 30 daily tokens in the custom item shop. A very useful piece of equipment to have. One that I actually got went from the ice cold biome way back at the beginning of the server. And back then it didn't have the custom textures, just looked like regular shield. But it did a few things. One, it made you immovable like you are currently, which is pretty helpful. Okay, this is really making me nervous. And also, it doubled your health. So I carried it constantly. Because, I mean, who doesn't like double health? All the time. So it made you very hard to kill. And I very much appreciated that. And then at some point, whenever it came down to actually balancing things, the double health was taken away. It did keep the immovable aspect of it, as well as being a shield that never breaks, which is incredibly helpful in a situation like this. He's so close to dead, but because of the lag, like, he can get through without me noticing, so I'm really not looking forward to this. Okay, this should be it. Last hit? No, not quite. Come on, bud. Last hit. Please, get over here. There we go, and we just got 4 diamonds. Of course he did. Okay, well, I'm not sure I'm interested in knowing how much more difficult Forge made it, but hey, we got 4 diamonds. For the low, low price of being terrified of dying for all of 5 minutes there. So, I have defeated the St. Patrick boss for the 4th time, I think. And we got something this time. Diamonds and a sword. I'm guessing that sword drop's unintentional. Probably like a really rare drop whenever you kill a zombie with a diamond sword, but 4 diamonds. Vanquishing zombie St. Patrick's is fun. But another thing I find to be quite fun is actually just mining, really. Specifically mining with Instamine. And just coming over here and clearing out a bunch of space. And I like to generally do this to clear out about 100 by 100 block areas. My reason being, I need somewhere to build my farms. What else am I supposed to do? Put them on the ground? Put them above the ground? No. All my farms are going below ground. Deep underground in these giant areas I'm clearing out. So yeah, despite the fact that I have no idea what farms I want to make yet, I'm clearing out a lot of space. A lot of space. So we have this here. And this isn't the only section here. I want to do 4 of these 100 by 100 block farms. And to do that, I need beacons. 4 different beacons to do that, 1 for each area. But there's something else I need. I need storage, because where else am I going to put everything I get from all that mining? And my current storage system idea involves clearing out this area. The only problem is, if we go back down here, that 1 beacon only gives the haste 2 effect to this area right here. To overlap into there, we need a 2nd beacon, like this one here. So really, we don't need 4 beacons, we need 8 beacons. So I'm beginning to think that without trying, I have created probably my most effective slime farm of all time. So now we're just gonna nice and relaxedly sneak along with an army of slimes behind us until this army grows so vast that it will block out the sun. And then, and only then, will we take over SwashBuckleCraft and rule as the rightful king of the slimes. None shall stand in our way. Just kidding. It's entirely a joke. It's not like I intend to do that or anything. That'd be silly. So the time has come to go ahead and wrap up this whole mining project for this episode and move on to that mansion thing that I said I would do like 2 episodes ago. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is, just as a bit of a farewell or send-off for this, we're going to see how many diamonds we actually got from the entire project. So these 25 here have been mined in this mine and also acquired from the St. Patrick boss fight. So, just using some fortune here, we've got 2 veins of diamonds to mine. So far we're at 46. And, excuse me, skeleton, I'm in the middle of mining diamonds. 57. Well, we made 57 diamonds from this endeavor. So that's not entirely true. We did make 57 diamonds, which is now 61 due to a random St. Patrick boss fight that gave me more diamonds again. I just want the clover, but no clover for me, just diamonds. Although I don't really mind diamonds, so I'll take that. But anyhow, in the time since I recorded that last segment, I've done a lot more mining here. Pushed this whole area out to about 100 by 100, and found 2 more veins of diamonds. So, with our Fortune 3 pickaxe in hand, let's see what we've got. Oh, there's even more. Okay, that's looking good so far. So, from this total endeavor, we have acquired 64 diamonds and 42. Yeah, that's a fairly successful mining session in my opinion. Unfortunately, however, as many diamonds as we have gained, we have given Forge more. We spent 64 diamonds to gain access to this farm here. We also bought 2 shulker boxes of golden carrots for 25 diamonds apiece, so that's 50. And we also paid Forge a very significant sum of diamonds for his help with the piston bolt project. How much exactly? I don't... Oh, okay. 128. Yeah, we've given Forge quite a bit of diamonds. So don't get me wrong, I have nothing against giving Forge specifically diamonds, but you see, I really like my diamonds. I don't like giving people my diamonds, whoever they are. So I want to hold on to those. And one of the easy ways to do so is avoid buying food for ridiculous prices. And how I've done that? I bought this, the infinite food with cooldown, soulbound, and unbreakable cornucopia. Made in September 2019 and costs 30 daily coins. For the low price of 30 daily coins, it allows me to avoid buying food ever again. So, yeah, to me that's incredibly useful. Which I'm all for, because to date, just on those 3 different purchases I mentioned earlier, which are a very small amount of the actual things I've paid Forge diamonds for, I've given Forge 242 diamonds. And that's probably just scratching the surface. Yeah, nope, I like my diamonds. Let's keep those. I have a foolproof plan. That foolproof plan is to never buy food again. And it makes sense because I have this. However, that foolproof plan might not be as foolproof as I initially thought. Reason being, well, this will provide me infinite food for quite a while. Actually, infinite food for an infinite amount of a while. I still have a lot more golden carrots left than I thought. Yeah, that's not good. That's... Oh. Okay. That's unfortunate. I guess the cornucopia goes back in my ender chest for like the next 3 months. So this is kind of what we have to work with here. It's a bit, open, unfinished. Yeah. We're not going to be using the entire foundation for this, but we are definitely going to be using part of it. I'm going to go with a more of a modern approach to this build. And one of the key elements of this is to not make it symmetrical, which I really struggle with building non-symmetrical stuff in Minecraft, or anything really. So it's going to be fairly difficult for me, but we want to try and work on that. And in that, I want to include a few things. I want there to be an outside pool. I want to have a wing that's entirely bedrooms for guests. Also, maybe build in a few secret passages and everything else. And use some fairly large scale, probably about 7 block ceilings throughout. So, let's get to it. And there we go. We now have this collection of stone. And I mean, I think it looks pretty good. We have quite a few different shapes here, so let's start at the beginning and walk through. So here we have our very fancy entry hall, which is what this little module is. And if we walk across the non-existent floor, and avoid falling, this entry hall leads into 2 different little areas. This, which is our kind of dining hall, which will probably have the kitchen back here in this segment, and maybe a side entrance there. And also a staircase there that moves into the next module. And then over here, we have another section, which is our staircase, which gives us entry or access to the top of that level there, if we just hop around here. And then this kind of makes a weird L shape. The reason it does this here is so that we can have our pool, which I chose to raise up a bit. That way it kind of breaks up the flat lines from that base level there. And we're going to bring it out here. We're going to have to do a bit of terraforming to kind of wrap around that. We'll figure that out. So that's our pool. That's our dining hall and kitchen. And this is going to be all our rooms. This little segment right here is going to be a hallway that wraps around behind the pool. And then here we're going to have quite a few different rooms. And I want them to be fairly fancy and quite spacious. Probably 3 different levels here. So we can put a room there, room there, room there, room. About 6 of them per level times 3. So we can have 12 total rooms. And then we'll figure out what to do with that section there. And if we need any more space, we can always go down here below and build down further and further. Which is pretty good because we do want to actually tie this in. It looks pretty too good. We do want to actually tie this in with our castle, at least underneath. We want to tie it in with our castle through the little section that we have down here and into the whole tunnels. And I want to, as time goes on, add on to these tunnels, improve them, and just build a whole lot of stuff back down here, because I think it'd be really fun to kind of use this island as a bit of a capture the flag, protect the president, PvP, and everything else kind of zone. I think it'd make for some fun mini games. So yeah, unfortunately, that is all the time I have today. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know. And if you want to join the SwashBuckleCraft server, a link to our server Discord will be in the description. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.